Yo, what up? Welcome to the Ignorant Know-It-Alls. This is your boy, Wavy McGuire, a.k.a. the Ignorant Know-It-All, a.k.a. I got a fine cigar, and I'm chilling with my boy.
This is the Brooklyn Basquiat, a.k.a. the Butter Pecan Rican.
Yo, why did I say my shit so aggressive? I just did my intro.
You know,
super aggressive. I don't know why I did that.
And I had to say the Butter Pecan Rican because, we just came back from a special week coming from Puerto Rico. We were celebrating.
We was in Puerto Rico.
We were celebrating yours truly's birthday.
Your boy Wavy McGuire. I turned to half 100, y'all.
Half 100.
That's crazy.
He's now in the golden circle. He's now in the trusted circle.
Mm-hmm. The trusted circle of AARP. And all of its benefits.
That's right. And speaking of, we were in Puerto Rico. You were in Puerto Rico. What did you think of Puerto Rico?
I like how you said that. We were in Puerto Rico. You were in Puerto Rico. She was in Puerto Rico. Everybody's in Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is a fucking beautiful island, yo. We were in Puta Los Maria, but I kept calling it Maria's Puta. That's where we were.
We were at Punta Las Marias.
Right, Punta Las Marias.
Now he has me calling it Puta too, but it's Punta Las Marias.
Puta Maria. We was in Maria's Puta.
Right. Now I don't even know how to say it because he keeps
Yo, but it was a real dope show. I mean, dope show. It was a real dope trip. We were at the beach, cigar lounges. Shout out to Don Ray. Owner hooked us up. He was chilling.
Shout out to Monte Cristo Cigar Lounge.
Yeah, Monte Cristo.
Shout out to the Condado Cigar Lounge.
Oh my goodness. We were everywhere.
We were everywhere.
Especially in the Condado's Cigar Lounge, son. Like, he let me, son. So anyway, let me tell y'all about this place. This cigar lounge is a cool lounge. It's upstairs. It looks like a nice furnished condo apartment, right? Nice furnished, nice apartment. But off in one section, this dude has a shelf with many different varieties of scotch, whiskey, bourbon, tequila. He has it, you name it. He had a whole section of Macallan. And you know how I hoe up for Macallan. And I tried every single bottle of Macallan that he had that I've never heard. It was like Macallan Harmony. There was some other super rare cast. That was a brand new bottle. This bottle is like a $4,800 bottle of Macallan. He just popped it open for me. So I think I ran through all that and it was over by the night.
We were drinking right, you know. He opened one bottle, I guess was a bottle I never heard of.
Oh yeah, some other shit.
It's like $130 per glass.
Per glass.
And it was just delicious.
And then when your man came out with the chemistry set, he had to drop. He put 5 drips of water inside in this glass.
Right.
With this rarest of rare whiskeys for $130 a glass. You know what I mean? And that's a light shot.
Right.
And so, you could imagine what we were drinking. We didn't even have a full glass. I think we had like what, half of that? You could have had an $80 sip. You know what I'm saying? That's
still twisted.
Right. But it got us right. But, the whole night was dope. We met great people. Shout out to the judge. Shout out to the retired police chief. Shout out to all of the dudes and all of the people that we met. Yo, we had a phenomenal time. Yeah. It was really dope. And now we back here in fucking Goon, York City. We back out here in this bullshit.
Back in the U.S. when they trying to assassinate presidents.
They try to assassinate my man.
Yeah, how did you feel about that? We're out celebrating your birthday.
But when it happened, then we was ordering food.
Right, we were ordering food, and we get the news alerts that, there's been an attempt on Trump's life. What did you think about it? Did you think like, wow? Did you think, oh shit? Like,
I mean, at first, the first thing that I said was like, damn. They got this nigga like they did Ronald Reagan. Right. And then when we looked at the video and watched the video and saw the footage of everything, I was like, yo, this is a fuck. I hope he gets an Oscar for this. Because now your man is walking around with a tampon on his ear. It looks fucking hilarious.
The more I see it, the more it looks staged.
Yeah. And the whole thing about it was staged. I think what happened when the bullet hit, when it breezed through his ear, I think they were like air rifles. They were just shooting shit.
Right.
It's an air rifle when you see a raccoon or you see a possum, you use the air.
Right.
I think they were just shooting, pellets.
Red pellets.
BB gun. And, he dipped down, the Secret Service agents got packets of ketchup that they picked up from Popeyes.
Right.
And they opened it up, threw it on his ear. Then your man stood up, threw the fight the power, fist in the air. You know what I'm saying? And they hold his ass up out of there like that nigga was a fucking soldier of war. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he was injured, and they hold his ass up out of there.
Which is ironic because he got out of the war. So now he's putting his fists up like he's a soldier, he's a warrior. Now he's a messianic figure. They kind of call him like a Christ figure.
Oh my goodness.
Which makes me think that he is the Antichrist because this is all like just falling together like prophecy. Now all the
and this is what Nostradamus said.
Right, and
Nostradamus
I guess the judge dismissed his classified documents cases. Yep. Everything's disappearing slowly but surely. Then we have your man President Biden, coughing away with COVID.
Let me talk about that because Joe Biden just announced that he got hit with COVID yet again.
Right.
This is his 10th or 11th time of him having COVID. I think this nigga's had COVID more than a regular person in the United States. So, since this nigga's been in office, this dude has had at least 10 cases of COVID.
This is the guy that got on national TV and said, "Yo, if you get the jab, you'll never get COVID again."
Right.
And he's had COVID several times already.
10 times.
Yeah.
10 times. So that means obviously he got the jab and he's just been jib-jabbing every,
But you know what I want to know from you, because I know you're a sneakerhead. I know you appreciate sneakers. Are you getting the assassination attempt sneakers for $299? That's what I want to know. Because I know you collect.
I would never buy those sneakers.
Never?
No.
Okay.
Now, if it had Flavor Flav on the side of the sneakers, they talk about fight the power, then I'd get those sneakers. But son, I am not getting Trump with the fist, with the motherfucking throw your fist in the air and wave them like you just don't care kicks. Nah, I'm done. I'm done with those. And then now that he got the sneakers out, you know what I mean? Now that this is his second line, I'm just waiting for somebody in the NBA to throw them on and just dunk with them.
Right.
That'd be hot. Somebody should wear those when the NBA during All-Star break.
Right.
Somebody should have those shits on. That would be so fucking hot. That would be so hot. And then your man Joe Biden is back talking about, yeah, I know what black jobs are. It's the vice president.
Oh. Man.
I'm like, really? I'm like, do we have to go back? I guess he didn't listen to the last show when we were talking about the various black jobs and Latino jobs that are out there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we've already said, like if you out there hustling Lucy cigarettes, that's a black job.
A Latin job is a Corona cap opener.
Right. Right. A Latin job is the dude with the chunk of ice, and he's like,
right.
And you getting ice, and he got the cherry chocolate grape lemon.
Latin job is the avocado slicer.
Oh my goodness. A Latin job is the bean pourer. You know what I'm saying? We got black jobs. Here's another black job. A black job is you handing out flyers for half price on buckets of chicken at Popeye. That's a black job. Another black job is just a lazy homeless man just chilling, sleep on the corner. That's a black job. You know what else is another black job? What? A crackhead making ice cups at a local bodega. That's a why nodding off? That's a black job, son. That's a black job. We have to be realistic about the jobs that we're going to have.
So speaking of Biden, like, what do you think? Do you think he's going to make it to November 5th, or you think they're going to replace him? And what do you think about Trump's VP pick?
I don't know who this guy is. I'm not, you know me, I'm not
you're not into
politics like that, so I care less. I thought he was going to pick the other lady, Haley.
Mm-hmm. Haley, she's too much of a flip-flopper.
Yeah. She reminds me of Sarah Palin.
Right,
a little bit, but
a little smarter.
Right, but I don't know who this guy is. I know.
He's connected to Peter Thiel. who's supposedly a billionaire. I think he's also attached to this new project 2025 thing.
What project is that?
That's going around. Basically, is these suggestions from these billionaires. They get together and suggest things that they would like to see moving forward. Like they essentially want to abolish or overhaul federal law and the federal government. Yeah, so
I don't know.
Things like affirmative action will be gone, or women's rights,
Social Security would be gone.
Maybe that'll be gone.
EBT,
correct. There's food stamps, all of that.
All that.
Things that we're used to.
I don't even think they make food stamps anymore. I guess all that's going to your EBT. That shit is gone, son. So there's no more buying hot sandwiches with your EBT.
Right.
No more buying cold sandwiches.
But as we all know, that's a slippery slope. If they start taking away those little things, it'll just get worse and worse as time goes.
It's over.
And you never want to give billionaires control over what policies, what they can dictate for the government. So yeah, that seems very dangerous. But
it seems like they're gonna continue to trap black people into doing. They're gonna trap more black people into doing a whole bunch of shit. Mm-hmm. Get locked up, whatever. Open up more jails like their clubs.
Right.
Creating a system where black people still gonna be held down. You got to go through hoops and hurdles and shit like that in order to get something.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was watching this video. There's a white man out there that's running around. Well, he's not even running around. He's just driving around. So when a homeless man with fake money in his car, so when homeless people come up, he'll give them a fake $5 bill. And he thinks it's a joke because he's like, he's like, I get them to come in and give them money. They'll go to a store, purchase something, and then they'll get flagged for counterfeit money. And then they'll get locked up and spend nights in jail. And he's like, I just solved the homeless problem right there. I was like, wow. He solved homelessness in no time.
Yeah.
By just handing out fake money.
Fake money.
You go to CVS, you purchase something, and then you get locked up for holding counterfeit bills.
That sucks.
And then you spend 2-3 nights in jail. And now you're off the street. He's like, that's one less homeless man I got to worry about asking me for money. I'm like, wow. Do you understand the magnification behind all of this shit? I'm like, yo, white people are fucking conniving. White people are fucking crazy. They are. They are. The amount of shit that they do, and I sit there and I'm like, damn, why didn't I think of that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of Caucasians, I don't know if you heard about that new sensation, the Hawk Tour.
Oh my fucking goodness!
I just find it amusing that there's a lot of offers for her to do a reality TV show.
There's bitches
and I just want to make it very clear to everybody listening out there. Take a good look at her. Really study her. Because this is what a plant looked like, just like her.
Yes.
A plant. She's a plant. The whole video went viral, and just from that video for her to get offers for reality TV, being offered hundreds of thousands of dollars, for nothing, it's absolutely ridiculous.
Well, then look at everybody else's career. Ice Spice, Sexy Red.
Well, you
look at their careers.
Correct.
She was talking about Pound Town. Her coochie lips pink and her asshole brown. And then she signed the $1 million deal. Here's Ice Spice running around talking about, dudes from the Bronx or munches, and then gets a fucking deal. She's in the commercial with Ben Affleck. Afflac doing Dunkin' Donut commercials. Yo, you have to watch out for the plants, man. Watch out for the plants.
Well, what's up with Ben Affleck? Is he already sick and tired of Jennifer Lopez? Are they going to get a divorce?
I think they're getting a divorce. Yeah, he's over her.
The thing is, he was over her the first time. What made him think that something was going to change? He knows what it's about,
I think the pussy is good. That's what it is. That's the reason why he kept coming back. Well, because once he married her, he was all up, splashing all up in. It was splish splash. I was taking a bath, and then he leaves. He goes fucks with all these other chicks, and then it's like, damn, you know what?
You know, he goes with Jennifer Garner. He's what is this Wonder Bread? And he goes back to the
Wonder Bread, right?
And
what
he
is
goes
this
back to the salsa,
right? He goes back to flang. You know what I'm saying?
Flang.
The flang, and that flang has
with extra flang,
right? And it has $1 million policy on it. You know what I'm saying?
For real,
flang.
Yeah, she got a lot of good flan.
Fucking tres leches.
She's had good flan for a long time.
Yo, I was reading that the top ranked best fast food fried chicken spots in New York City. They have they listed the top 7, and number 7 is Checkers. I don't know if you eat it. I don't eat chicken. I'm just saying. I just read this shit. I thought this shit was hilarious. Checkers is at number 7.
Right.
Number 6 is KFC.
Okay.
Right. Number 5 is Wingstop. Really? How does Wingstop have great fried chicken? Number 4 is Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
Number 3, Popeyes. Number 2 is Raising Cane's.
Never heard of that.
Never. That's a down south. I don't know how they got popular out here in New York City. And the number one fried fast food chicken spot that they have listed in New York City is BBQ Chickens. I've never heard of it.
BBQ Chicken?
It just says BBQ Chicken. It has nothing to do
with... BBQs.
No, it has nothing to do... No, it has nothing to do with that. It's Korean fried chicken.
Oh, wow.
But the only Korean fried chicken that I swear by when I used to eat chicken was Bongchong.
Bongchong?
Yes, son. So I don't know about this BBQ chicken. I've never heard of it.
Speaking of BBQs, I need to go back and get that onion stack. I haven't had that.
Oh, the onion loaf.
The onion loaf.
Remember the onion loaf at BBQs? Everybody remember that?
I used to love it.
Yo.
And those big drinks, what do they call it?
I don't know but those are the big, those are huge.
When BBQs was BBQs.
Right.
When it was good
When
stuff.
it was real good stuff. When it used to be in the Village. And then they had the one on 72nd Street between Columbus and Central Park. What was the other one? I mean, 23rd Street, the one right there. I mean, but I think all that shit is watered down. They have one here in Brooklyn. I think all
of them sucked down. The most famous one is West 9th Street, right? Was it West 4th or West 9th or West 12th Street, right?
That's the one. Yeah, that was the one in the Village. That was the first one that opened up.
That was the first one.
That was the first one that I remember.
That spot was lit.
Yeah, the second one was 72nd and between Columbus and Central Park. That was more.
I rarely went up there.
Yeah, that was.
But that's when I miss all those. I miss Tad's. I miss Beefsteak Charlie's.
Tad's was the shit though, dude.
Yeah, I miss all of that.
Yeah, man. What else? What else is going? Yeah, there's mad shit we talked about. Yo, I was watching something. Did you ever read or ever see a video? This like different sites and pages just pop up for me, and it's always giving me some interesting, informative news that I've never seen before. I've never heard before. Information I was like mind-boggling and mind-blowing. Like, damn, I didn't even know that. So there's a video that's circulating on this page that just popped up. I forgot what the page is. I'll put it in the comment section so you guys can see it. But it was George Lucas explaining that they were originally going to give Tupac Shakur the role of Mace Windu before Samuel Jackson ultimately took the position over for Star Wars The Phantom Menace, Episode 1. They were going to give him that role. Can you imagine Tupac being a Jedi?
I think he would have been amazing.
He would have, right?
I think Tupac was a good actor.
No, he was a great actor.
He definitely had the chops. And I thought he would have played that role very well. It would have been a transformative for him.
Do you think they would have allowed him to have that bandana wrapped around his head?
No, I don't think they wouldn't. They wouldn't have allowed the bandana, but he definitely would have played a great Mace Windu.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it would have changed how people viewed him.
And then I mean, there's other things too. Even just talking about how movies and actors, certain actors that were specifically for these particular roles that didn't get the roles that other actors came in. Ultimately, like Keanu Reeves wasn't really supposed to be Neo. It was supposed to be Will Smith.
I cannot see Will Smith as
I'm
Neo.
telling you, he was the one that they offered him the role, but he turned it down so he could do that corny ass Wild West movie.
Yeah.
So he turned that down.
Yeah, it's crazy.
There was another movie. Oh yeah, well we know Pac was supposed to be Kane. No, he was supposed to play Kane in Menace to Society. That never happened. I think there was another character that was supposed to be played by another actor. I can't really think of it right now, but yeah, this just shit like that is just mind blowing. Like when you read that shit and you see it, you're like, damn, what if?
What if?
You know what I mean? That they came in, they took over, and they went ahead and took over those roles and created those roles for themselves. Like, how would that look?
I always remember. The guy Hayden Christensen, the guy who played Anakin, it was originally going to be played by the gentleman who was in Cruel Intentions. I forgot his name. But now when I see Star Wars, I cannot imagine anybody but Hayden Christensen playing that role. That's amazing how that happens. Right. When the role is for you, it's for you.
Right.
And speaking of movies, I don't know if you heard the sad news, but the Fandango founder, Michael Klein.
Yeah.
He jumped out of a luxury hotel building. I think it was a building to his death. It was an apparent suicide just the other day.
Wow.
When things like that happen, I always
that's that conspiracy.
Yeah,
same thing with Jeff Bezos. Not Jeff Bezos. What's
Jeff Bezos.
No. What's the other brother that owns Zappos? The shoe company.
Yeah,
the online shoe company.
I don't talk about him, but yeah, it was unfortunate what happened to him as well.
Right.
It would for me. It'll always be suspicious.
That's crazy.
A little bit more personal.
But Fandango, I'm like, why Fandango?
Why Fandango? I thought Fandango was doing well.
Right.
And even if it wasn't doing well, to get to the level where you have to jump
do shit like that.
Yeah, I always wonder what's going on, like what's really going on to make somebody do something that drastic.
Yo,
and speaking of drastic, did you hear about
the... I hate your segues.
Because they just pop up in my head.
But the way you do it, it's like, yo, you just... And then this is like this, after you... Like, yo, speaking of this, and speaking of that, and yo, what about this? And what about that?
Well, that's how my mind works. But in West Virginia, there was a West Virginia couple who was caught forcing their 5 adopted black children into like 1700 style cattle slavery. And I just
slavery is still in effect.
Yeah, what kind of evil do you have to be to go through the process of adopting children and then force them into labor or force them into terrible conditions? I don't believe.
No, it's not.
I feel
not
like
these white people. I blame the system, the adoption agency.
Yeah, but I feel like people like that, they shouldn't even go to jail like that easy. I think they should get beaten every day. Stoned. Stoned, things of that nature. Like there has to be something else that.
Like what your man Method Man said, that they'll take a fucking iron, not an iron. They'll take a hanger, let it sit in the fire, and then stick it in your ass like slow, like to torture.
I think people like that should be tortured.
Nah, they need to be tortured.
Yeah, because
real slow, not just torture that takes them out real quick.
Right? No.
It has to be like
for years.
Slow,
I'm talking about years, tortured for years, because
like going some shit where you just peel their fucking fingernails off one by one,
slowly. Throughout their service.
Pluck they take their teeth out, take a pair of pliers and pull their teeth out their gums one by one.
Right, like things like that. I think that will deter people from doing stuff like that.
Right. Like take a hammer and a nail and put the nail right in the corner of your eye and slowly just
hammer it in.
And just hammer it in.
Because who thinks like that? Who thinks like that?
Wow.
I don't know if you heard in Thailand there's 6 people that died. Also, a lot of terrible.
We talk about a lot of death on this show.
No, because it's just happening. We have to warn the people out there. We have an international crowd. They travel all the time. So in Thailand, 6 people passed away because they drank some tea laced with cyanide. Who does this? What is going on? Why?
It was green tea.
It was green tea. It was really green
tea.
Yeah, it's just crazy people out there. But I don't know about you, but do you have you been listening to any new music? Have you been listening to new music at all? Because I heard the LL Cool J song. I think it's called Passion. And what's the other?
It's a new one that came out. I didn't even know it's a new one that came out.
Yeah, he dropped Passion and Saturday Night Special.
Well, the Saturday Night Special, I think we talked about. I think we may have talked about that.
Yeah, with Fat Joe
and Rick Ross. We spoke about it, so I didn't hear this new one.
And I think it's just good. I think.
Well, I need to hear it before I make a determination. I can't even bless you with any reviews.
I think the album is produced by Q-Tip.
Yeah, Q-Tip did the album.
When you hear real hip hop music, it lets you know that hip hop is really ageless. Like you can be 55, you can be 60,
right?
And if you're dropping great music with
well, shout out to my guys. Well, I know Common and Pete Rock dropped their album.
Yeah.
They dropped it on Friday, last week Friday, which is dope. I listened to the whole album. It's dope. It's a good album. You know what I mean? It's not to me personally. It's not Common's best album, but I think it's like for the work that he did with Pete Rock is a dope album. I think it's better than the last couple of albums he's put out. Shout out to the Mussolini. He has an album that's out, which is pretty dope. Pete Rock. I think Pete Rock did a track. Ninth Wonder did a track. Crisis did a track. For a brother like that, I mean, the album is only 30 minutes long. I wish he would have had a couple more songs to at least make it a solid 45-minute strong album. But it's a really dope album. I've been listening to that. And I don't know, I think there's a couple of other albums out there. I think my man David Barr's dropped a single. So, there's some good music that's supposed to be hitting the streets soon. So, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It just gives me that itch. Like, I just need to come back and drop some bars. Yo, Tone, we just need to put an album out, Tone. You know what I'm saying? Wave and Tone. I don't know what it, you know what I'm saying? Tone and Wave. However we going to do this, we need to put an album out there.
I think that's a great idea. Just put it out soon. You already drop some beats all the time, so
yeah, I always
might as well. I don't know why you haven't done it already.
Man, I don't know. Yo, let me ask you a question. You think time travel is possible?
I think it is possible.
Like it exists, right?
I think it does exist. I really do.
So if you had the opportunity to go back into time, at what point would you go back into time? Like, where would you go? Because I know everyone thinks about traveling back in time, traveling to a certain point in time, may fix something and may do, like it could be something, part of your life that you want to correct, and you may go back in time to do that. I know everyone has thought about that. Like, where would you go?
I tend to not have any regrets because I learned so much. Everything.
It's not about having a regret.
No, but what I would do is, when the lottery was at $1 billion, I would go back in time the day with the number and play those numbers.
Would you do like how Marty McFly did it? He went
Correct.
back.
I went back.
No, not Marty McFly. I think it was Biff.
Right.
Biff went back and I think he went into the future. It was Biff. He went back in time to give himself the fucking almanac.
Right.
The sports almanac.
Sports almanac, the lottery numbers. I would do all of that and then just take it from there.
I wouldn't even do that. You know what I would do? I would, like, me personally, I would go back in time to a younger self before all of these companies went public. Mm-hmm. I would have just gave them like, yo, here's a list of companies that are about to go public. Stocks would be super cheap. Invest whatever you have into these companies. At that point, I could be 20 years old, and boom, look, 2025, been a billionaire right now.
Yeah, but are you gonna be a billionaire how old were you when Apple first started?
Yeah, but look at the shares of Apple. I was like a teenager when I had the Apple II computer. We're not talking about the iPhones. I'm going back.
No, but I'm saying, would you? Well,
I'm going back to a point.
Well, the thing is, if you invested, you would be a billionaire. How old were you during the Apple time?
I was a teenager, so I could have been like.
So it could have like altered
12, 13.
So it could have altered your future, right? Like you would have been
Yeah, I'd have been
a billionaire early.
Yeah, I'd have been a billionaire up until this point. Right now, even if I didn't touch this money, I'd have been good right now.
Right.
I'd have been good right now.
You know, for me, you know, I don't.
Me just living off the interest alone, I'm straight.
Yeah. I don't want to alter too much of my childhood. Like I know if I went back that far and all, you know, did the investments and I became a millionaire, even billionaire at a young age, I think a lot of things would have changed. I think a lot of things, maybe for the worse, maybe for the better, but I just want to go back enough where I can just hit the lottery and that's it, and give everybody money, like hit that $1 billion, give everybody their money, so everybody will be good and we can take it from there.
Because I mean, everybody thinks about. I know large groups of people think about that. I know the Jewish people think about going back at the time. Like going back at the time, like they would go back at the time, January 1864, to stop this brother Max Terilin. Well, I guess that's his name. Where this brother jumped in an icy river to save a 4-year-old boy from drowning. And you know who that boy was?
Hitler?
Yeah, indeed. I know they were like, yo, they're not gonna go back at the time so they could kill Hitler off. They're just gonna go back at the time to kill the dude that actually jumped in the water to save Hitler.
Well, that's an interesting story. You know, the story they never told that Hitler was possibly a Rothschild. So, you know, they never told. You know,
I
don't know.
He was a Rothschild?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You know,
I was a rough child.
A rough child. Well,
yeah.
You know, that's why he was so powerful. You know, a lot of these people that we see in positions of power, you know, are there for a reason. Like Angela Merkel. Like they say she is the daughter of Hitler. You know, and if you
Angela Merkel?
Yeah, she's the what? She's the prime minister of what? Germany or something like that. You know, if you look at her face, she has Hitler's face.
Wow. So she's a descendant of him.
She's a descendant of him, and supposedly that's Barack Obama's aunt.
Niece. Oh, that's Barack Obama. Yo, it's funny how all of these people are so related and connected to each other. I'm trying to find out if I'm connected to any famous Maharajas out there in fucking Dubai or in India or something like that, man.
I would like to do it too, but I just don't want them to have my.
And I don't want anything from them.
I don't want them to have my DNA. That's all my problem.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah,
because you leery about your DNA.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
No freak.
How do you think they create those vaccines?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, go ahead. Good luck with
from
that.
Your DNA.
Yeah, good luck. They can specifically target a certain group of people. Isn't that what your man, what's his name, Kennedy said?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't F with that, but I'd like to go to the library and look back at the records because I think there's a library that has all the records there and you can like read them. And
where's this library located? The fans want to know.
I think it's in the city. It's what do you like a historic, like they have
a historic library?
Correct, like all the people that came through Ellis Island, all the people that came here, you know, they have all that stuff in the archive, so you would be able to trace back,
right,
you know, from that point, you know, from when your family was born, you know, from when I was born, you know, I like to trace it back like that,
right,
through the birth certificates and all of that stuff. I think that would be an interesting story. That's a book right there.
Definitely will be
a book right there, because all of that is recorded.
Yeah,
with you know, it's just on paper or
recorded documentation.
Correct.
You know, so yeah. But it's been about that time. Brothers got to get out here and go do things, man. Listen, this super.
You know what's going on right now. We're back in Brooklyn. We're back in New York City, and we have the Puerto Rico blues. So when you spend,
I'm so.
Right.
Like we came back and it's like, yo, the energy was so high, the vibes was like how everybody said, I ain't gonna hold you, but the vibes, we were vibing, son.
Vibing.
And then as soon as we get back here, I turn the fucking news on and here go your man Mayor Swag running down on bodegas that are selling fucking illegal weed and candy and edibles and shit like that.
And then you also have Mayor Pound Town coming with the ingenious idea that the way to solve the rap problem is to have garbage cans.
Yeah, have garbage cans.
I mean, if this is the best that can be offered from our government, we are doomed.
Yeah, we're done.
We done. But anyway, you
said, you just take your little ID, go to Puerto Rico, son. There's homes out there, there's land out there.
There's land out there.
Let's go make it happen.
You can make a good living. So you know, we're just going through the Puerto Rico blues.
The Puerto Rico blues, son.
Puerto Rican blues. We want to be back in Puerto Rico soon.
Or any island. Any island for
any
that
island for
I think anything outside of fucking New York City is fucking amazing.
Yeah, because the energy is definitely different.
Like, I came back and I was like, damn, do you feel that? It's just like, that shit just shot down for a second.
Absolutely.
As soon as we got off that plane, I was like, damn, we are back.
We are back.
In this shithole. No, but I love New York City. Don't get me wrong. I love New York City. There's never a dull moment here. In the Big Apple is never a dull moment. But, you know, I mean, we have to get away. And once you get away and you get that feel, you get that good life, you experience all that. It's like you come back and it's like, damn. Like, it's not like you could walk, like, literally our house that we had was around the corner from a beach.
Right.
And I'm not talking about, like, the water is clear as fuck. The sand is super soft. It is really nice. I'm not talking about the people that live out here in Queens. As soon as they walk outside, they right there at Reese Beach, or they right there fucking Rockaway Beach, or they right there people that live in Coney Island. You know, you right there Coney Island Beach.
On the boardwalk.
People that live over there Co-op City. You know, you're not over there by fucking Orchard Beach. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, those ain't beaches.
They're not beaches.
Those are sewer systems.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, no, it's definitely a different vibe. It's a good life. You know, it's a slower pace.
I
life.
suggest everybody just take a couple dollars, and this is what I mean when I say travel. Like, if you can't go to bigger countries, you know, like Morocco or Egypt, or yo son, don't go to Dominican Republic. Go to Puerto Rico. There are beautiful islands off of Puerto Rico itself. Get a ticket for like $300-$400.
Yep.
Get yourself a room, rent a house. You get 5 of your best friends, whoever it is, and y'all just rent out and split the difference of it and stay out there. And I guarantee you will enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? You don't need a passport. Just get your ID.
It's only a 3.5-hour flight.
Make sure it's valid. Make sure everybody has a valid ID, and go out there and enjoy yourself, man. I was surprised by the amount of people that was out there, like, rocking.
Yeah. And we just want to remind everybody to get their passports together. Everything, renew everything before the election.
Oh yeah, 2025.
Yeah, because things might get a little bumpy.
Make sure you get that real ID.
Yeah, to get that real ID, get your passports together, and if you can get an extra passport, you should do that shit too. Yeah, because it's looking crazy out there.
You better find out if your parents got lineage to some other country, outside of the U.S., son. Because it's about to be real deal and real in the field.
well, anyway, I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday again.
I appreciate you.
We celebrate you. Thank God we made it to 50 and beyond. Here's to the next 50, and may your only pain be champagne.
And that's all I want. You know what I'm saying? The greater the champagne, the greater the pain. Yo, I'm your boy Wavy McGuire, aka the Ignorant Know-It-All, aka I just hit 50. I'm chilling with my boy.
It's the Brooklyn Basquiat, and we'll see you next time on the Ignorant Know-It-All.
Yo, we out of here. Peace.